Welcome to today's episode of Playing Around with Windows Server 2025. This is majorly for beginners in IT, help desks, and this is system admin. In today's episode, we'll be talking about joining a Windows 10 device and a Windows 11 device to our domain. So this is basically what we'll be doing. We'll be using the graphic user interface and also PowerShell to join these devices to our domain. Guys, I can't wait to walk you all through this.
All right, guys, let's dive right into it. Okay, so in today's tutorial, this is what we'll be doing. I have installed Windows Server 2025, and on this Windows Server, we have Active Directory installed. In my previous video, I also installed DHCP and DNS. Now, in today's tutorial, so basically, we want to make sure that we join a computer to our domain. All right, we have our server manager right here, so you can see this is our server manager, and I've also installed a fresh copy of Windows 10. If you look at the top here, you'll see it, Windows 10 test. I also have a fresh copy of Windows 11. So this is what we'll be doing. With this Windows 10, we'll be using PowerShell to join this Windows 10 machine to our domain. And this Windows 11 will be using the GUI, the graphic user interface, to join this Windows 11 to our domain. So the first thing we want to do is we'll be starting with the Windows 11. All right. But before we go ahead and do that, there are certain prerequisites that we need to look out for. I will tell us about it. First, let's go to our Windows Server 2025. Now, this is what we need to do. We need to check and see, okay, this is our Windows Server. Right. Let's open command prompts. All right, let's type in ipconfig /all and hit enter. This will show us all our network card, all the configuration on our network card. There are certain things I want us to look out for. We have this IP address mapped out or assigned to our domain, right? 192.168.1.40, and we have this class C subnet mask assigned to our domain. Now, if you come down here, you will discover that, let me move this image away. If you come right here, you discover that we have our DNS server is using 127.0.0.1. This is what we call a loopback IP address. So a loopback IP address has been assigned to our DNS server. So basically, this 127.0.0.1 loops back to our main IP address, which is 192.168.1.40. Now, if we go to our Windows 11, all right, let me open settings. In settings, you discover that we are currently using a local account, right? This goes to show that this computer has not been joined to any domain. Now, if we launch command prompts, and we go ahead and type in ipconfig /all, hit enter, you will discover that our Windows 11 machine has been assigned the IP address 192.168.1.62. And if you come down to the DNS server, now you discover that it is using the IP address of our domain, which is 192.168.1.40. So what that shows us is that our Windows 11 machine and our Windows Server 2025 are on the same network. All right, and the IP address of our domain is the DNS server, is the IP address of this DNS server on Windows 11. That goes to show that our Windows 11 machine can speak to the DNS on our domain. All right, now we can go ahead and join this computer to the domain. So that's basically what you need to look out for. Now, to join the computer to the domain, we need to open settings. I'm right here in settings. Scroll down to the bottom and click on about. Let's go to the about section. In the about section, scroll down slightly and select domain or work group. Once that opens up, click on change. Now it displays this interface for you. What you need to do here is to go to domain. But before we do that, so basically I want our computer, as we want to join this computer to the domain, I want it to have a conventional name, right? We'll be using the naming convention because that is what most organizations do. So I'll be calling this ITPC001. So any computer that is in the IT department will be taking this naming convention. Now let's come down to domain and put in the domain address. If you go to the Windows server, you discover that the domain is what? paulubertech.local. That is the domain. So I'll come back to the Windows 11 and type in paulubertech.local and hit OK. We'll be prompted to enter our username and password. So let's go ahead and put in administrator and enter the password. This is the admin of our domain. So put in the address and hit OK. Alright, now this is the positive sign that our computer has been joined to the domain. It says welcome to the paulubertech.local domain. I'll hit OK. Now we can click on OK right here. Alright, so we'll be prompted to restart. Click OK. Alright, you can click on close and you'll get a prompt to restart the computer. Let's go ahead and click on restart now. Now while the computer is restarting, guys, let me quickly show you this. We can close the command prompt. Let's launch the Active Directory users and computers. I want to quickly show you this. Right, if we go to the computer section right here, if you click on computer, all right, now it has joined. The computer has been added to our domain right here. You see that? Let's go back to the Windows 11 and see what's going on. All right, the Windows 11 is still restarting. But now we can see that the computer has been joined to the domain. So we'll give it a couple of minutes to restart and then we'll sign in. Now, if you look closely, you discover that we have other users. Once you can see other users on the computer signing page, then you get to know that this computer has been joined to a domain. So let's click on other user. If you look right here, you discover that this computer has now been joined to the paulubertech domain. All right, I'm going to go back to the Windows Server 2025. Let's go to the user section. I've created a user account. If you look in this user OU, I've created two user accounts. One is helpdesk and another one is Paul. So let's sign in with the helpdesk account. Let's go back to the Windows 11 and put in helpdesk. Password. Put in my password. Now it's signing into the helpdesk account. Now this basically shows that we've logged into the computer. Now, how do we confirm that this computer has been joined to domain? Let me walk you through that. The first thing we want to do is open settings and then go to accounts. All right, there you are. Now guys, as you can see, we've signed in with the helpdesk account and this computer is now joined to the domain paulubertech. So that's pretty much it on how to add a device or a computer to a domain. Now let's go back to our Windows Server 2025 to the computer OU right here. You will see the new device we just added. It is right there, and that is the only device we have on this domain. All right guys, thank you so much for coming through with me. this far. All right, I would really appreciate if you can subscribe, if you also smash the like button, and also share this across your community so we can grow as well. All right, thank you. One other thing we need to do is to head over to the Windows 10 machine and use PowerShell to join this computer to the domain. All right, guys, this is our Windows 10 machine, and we will join this machine also to our domain. Now, we need to also confirm that this machine is not currently on our domain. Let's go to settings. All right, as you can see, this computer is using just a local account. All right, you see that. Okay, so in addition to that, we also want to be sure that our computer has the DNS. The DNS of this computer is also the IP address of our server. All right, so let's launch command prompts. All right, let's type in ipconfig /all. Hit enter. All right, as we can see, this machine, this computer has been assigned the IP address 192.168.1.61. all right, and it's also using a class C subnet mask right here. And if you look at the DNS server is the IP address of our domain, which is our Windows Server 2025, which is the 192.168.1.40. all right, well, what that indicates is that this computer is good to join the domain. Now we'll be using PowerShell to join the domain. Let's launch PowerShell. We need to run PowerShell as an administrator. Alright, so guys, we need to type in this command. I will add this command to the description of this post. Alright, if you look in the description, you'll find this command there. Add -computer space -domain name quotes our domain name Paul ubertech.local space. We also want to change the name of the computer, so we put hyphen new name space quotes. Enter the name we want to use. For this computer, we'll be using IT-PC002. Our Windows 11 was IP-PC001. So here we'll be using IT-PC002. 002. Credential will be our domain name Paul ubertech / administrator's account administrator. And I also want this computer to reset instantly, so I'll put a -restart. So let's click enter. We'll be prompted to enter our administrator's password. Alright, now the computer is restarting. Guys, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, I would really appreciate if you do that, because that really helps, in fueling my motivation to continue and keep on going. In addition to that, please smash the like button and also share this channel to as many persons as possible. Alright guys, our Windows 10 is back, so let's try to sign in. Now, if you could recall on our Windows 11, once you can see the other user, then you know that your computer has already joined a domain. So let's click on other user. in the sign-in tool, you discover that your domain name has appeared there. Now you can go ahead, use any account you have to sign in. If you recall, in this OU, in this users organization unit, we have two accounts. One is helpdesk and the other one is Paul. So let's use the Paul account to sign into this machine. There you go. Now this is an indication that it works. Now we have logged in. Let's go to settings and check the account. Now, as you can see, we have Paul Ubertech/Paul. Now that is a good indication that this computer has been joined to our domain. If we head over to our Windows Server 2025 and we click on the computer OU right here, recall that we were using IT PC 002. So if I click on the refresh button, we only have the Windows 11 machine here. So if I click on the refresh button, now we have both computer on our domain. That will be all for today, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. I do appreciate. Once again, please hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and also share this channel with your community. Thank you.